Hey, this is Jeff Brown with the Seishin Aiki Jitsu and the Kurasu Dojo in Topeka, Kansas. So we're out here today. We're going to talk a little bit more about lapel grabs and basically the S-lock based joint lock. Very, very painful lock, but I want to talk a little bit about levels of resistance and how we can overcome that. Now, most of us, over a long period of time have trained against a partner or another student or practitioner that are not resisting. They're not really putting a whole lot of resistance into keeping you from doing the technique. And that's good for a learning stage. Level 1 is great for learning, it's necessary. However, it doesn't truly prepare you for using these things against somebody on the street that's resisting you. I mean, obviously, if I'm going to stand here and I'm not going to do anything and I'm not posing a threat to my partner and he wants to do a joint lock on me, yeah, and it hurts, okay? And, there's something there. I mean, I'm definitely going to go down to my knees or my face because it hurts. Now, if I'm grabbing and I'm resisting, though, and I'm not going to let him do it, now he's going to try the same lock, okay, and it's not near as easy. So we have to figure a way how to transition into level 2 in our training. And with any joint lock, I can honestly emphasize, I couldn't emphasize enough that you have to use the distraction strikes. You have to use something there to get their mind off of what you're doing and focused on something else. You have to short circuit their intent. His intent is he's grabbing or I'm grabbing him and I'm going to punch him, okay? Now, if I'm resisting, he's not going to be able to do the lock very effectively. However, if I'm grabbing and resisting and he knows that threat's coming and he pokes me in the eyes and my hand goes up here, because in real life he's really going to poke me in the eyes, and it may even be I let go and my hands are here. I want to talk about that a little bit. So say he grabs lapel and I'm thinking I'm going to go for this S lock right here. I jab him in the eyes. Now his hands are going to go up to protect his face. Both of his hands, because I've hit him so hard. While his hands are up here, now I can go into a wrist turnout lock or something like that, taking him down. So what we're doing with the eye jab, which has to be really powerful, I'm not talking about just a little flick. Now, sometimes that may suffice if you're not really trying to hurt the person, but if they're grabbing you and they're going to start manhandling you, that jab to the eyes will definitely be effective and most likely even getting them to let go of you, which will obviously free things up for you to be able to do what you want to do. So, whenever somebody tells you that that joint lock doesn't work on the street, they're kind of telling the truth to a degree, but based on limited understanding. Obviously, if he grabs lapel and I'm trying to go for this lock and he's wanting to resist it, that's a whole different animal. But if he's grabbing and I come in and I just shoot these fingers right in here, he may even release that hand a little bit. And now here we go. I'm going to get that lock on, step on the foot, push him down. I have his other hand in the foot, a lock under my foot, stomp, kick, knee, whatever I need to do. So there's a whole lot of options that we have. You got to think outside the box. You got to get outside of the style specific and realize that in the real world, there are no rules. The only rules that you have are the ones that you live by or you agree to abide by. But, if it's your life or theirs, you're going to have to really think really hard about, do you want to go home from that situation? And I can tell you we do, so we're going to train that way. So, okay, we started off with the cross lapel grab. So if my right grabs his left side, or I'm sorry, my right grabs his right side, this is a cross grab, okay? We're kind of mirrored. Now, if my right grabs his left side, this is considered a same side lapel grab. Now I'm going to show you a little bit about this because it's actually a lot easier to do than the cross lapel. So when he comes in and he grabs, I'm here and I'm going to check this hand right here, okay, just as a control, just a tactile point of reference. I'm going to jab these fingers in his eyes. Now that's probably going to cause him to want to get away. That's good for me. I go into my lock. I'm here. Okay, and I'm putting this pressure on. All right, now obviously I don't want to stay here, okay? So there's a lot of things that we can do. If he starts raising up or trying to fight out of this, I'm simply going to come in and grab this thumb. I'm going to feed the snake. Good turn. We're going to thread this needle. We're going to come in here into a gooseneck lock, and we're going to take him where we need to go. I may even grab an ear. I may grab hair, grab a head, and say, come on, let's go. Okay, so there's a lot of things that we can do from here. So let's do it on the other side. Okay. Same side wrist grab right here. Now I may want to step in a little bit or I may step out. It doesn't require deep stances or posture changes at this point because we're already in close. I got to worry about this thing here. So as he grabs, I need to jab right in as hard as I can. It may be a palm heel to the face. I'm here. Now look how I'm lowering my center of gravity by bending my knees and changing him. There we go. We have a good lock. We'll get him in here, and we just cause lots of pain and damage to his joints and everything. And I don't want you to get caught up in thinking this can only go a certain way. With the Seishin Aiki Jitsu, we want this to be very freestyle. We want you to be able to feel free to innovate and adapt to the situation. Innovate your techniques, adjust them as you need to. So here we go. Bang, I'm right in here. Okay, so it doesn't work, and this hand slips off. Lock, come back in here, grab some fingers, snap. So we have to be able to flow and be flexible. Don't be so set on doing one thing and only one thing. If the technique fails, move on to the next thing. So again, lapel grab, bang, I'm here. Wow, looky here. We come straight down into this. All right, so we have lots of options. Again, we can do whatever we want. We're not limited to just a certain thing. So same side here, strike to the eyes. We're coming over, we're going into this S-lock right here. He hates that. I'm going to step on the hand. Okay. Now I'm just going to keep pushing down. Okay. Very, very uncomfortable. I'll help him up. Come on, let's get up. Let's get up. Come on, let's go. Let's go. All right, so we have some things. We have some tools, and I hope you've gotten some ideas out of this. I'm not asking you to imitate us, but learn from us. Get some ideas that will help you. Again, this is Jeff Brown with the Seishin Aiki Jitsu and the Jutsu-Mini Dojo in Topeka, Kansas. This is episode 1.